this is it. I know for a fact this is it.
That helps put his little, like, you know, pushing us into a bit
I hope you're ready for some more Alphonse.
Always ready
Okay,
for some
you
more Alphonse.
finally found her chapter.
Yes.
Jeez Louise, dude.
A shining star in the pit of darkness.
I spent half an hour trying to get a card sent into a toilet. How's it that hard?
The toilet itself is a little bit smaller than the head. That's why. I may or may not have experienced this particular situation.
Yeah, but you
this might surprise everybody considering how my high chaos run.
Hold on. I had a great joke there. I was gonna say Coolguy was probably playing Postal 2 when he was doing it.
Very nice. You might not get it from like my performance playing high chaos, but I'm actually pretty good at stealth games. that might sound a little strange, all things considered, but yes.
There's a difference between not caring to be good and being unable to be good.
Yes.
So no, it actually doesn't surprise me.
My biggest issue is I often get quite impetuous or impatient waiting for things. But if I know there's like no like easy way to just sort of like quick load or anything like that, I will be a lot more patient and a lot more sensible. So like Metal Gear Solid 5, I quite enjoy because it really lets me just absolutely just goof off with stealth and have lots of fun. Like I just love throwing magazines around, distracting people, interrogating people, throwing people into like everything.
The throwing people around portion is the part that always got me about Metal Gear Solid 5. I really appreciated just blowing into the same outpost for the 18th time that day and smashing everybody's faces against their desks and so forth, and it would say, outpost captured, and I'm just like, yeah, I guess that's a thing. All these people with brain damage now.
All these people with brain damage now working for me.
Fulton fucking
I think we're seeing Margit's problem already.
Yep, she doesn't have a whole lot of a sense of her own responsibility.
Yeah, she doesn't have a strong sense of self.
Oh no, she has a very strong sense of self, but she doesn't have a very strong sense of leadership.
Sure, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Wow, that face.
My eldest couldn't possibly wrong.
that was somewhere between shouting and crying.
She also doesn't do very well at facing reality.
The truth.
I think her flowers are called royal marigolds.
See, he knew it in the end anyway.
Yeah.
That once again, everybody underestimates Alphonse.
He's fucking great. He's just this.
I have a relative of those flowers out in my garden as well. I had to cultivate them because the flies got really bad, and the marigold variety that I have just smells absolutely awful to houseflies. So they stay away from my goddamn door.
Oh boy, here we go.
Door! Well, knowing Coolguy, he has a lot of problems with doors. We know this from his video games, right?
Which one are we even referring to at this point?
Well, you have problems with doors in all the games, so that's what I'm getting at.
There's such a list. I'm asking you which one you were thinking of when you made that particular...
you know, when I made you play that level in Siphon Filter.
Okay, yeah, that was a pretty good one.
I don't think you actually remember which one,
That particular level was incredible, just because... Like, for the first 3 hours I was playing it at the wrong FPS, and everything was so much harder than it needed to be.
Fucking Kurt just dropping the own bombs over here. I'm loving it.
Well, they're...
Fucking Alphonse.
That smug fucking hand to the face thing he does.
The oily tone that just drips off all of his lines is great. former. So.
A commander's responsibility. Something you don't have. Oh.
Nope. She's not very good at this.
I hear that dog. Better do something about it.
He's yelling at foxes.
Shoot the foxes. It's hunting season, I declare.
In the middle of a city.
Why are there foxes in the middle of a city?
That's a perfectly normal thing that feral animals do. They move to the cities to, like...
I have a tool shed out back, and it's elevated to keep it from getting flooded when it rains. They hang out underneath the shed, but it's in our yard.
They don't get wet.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to put something around that so they don't get under there.
That much. You know, they just want some place relatively safe to nestle down.
Whoa.
But Chip considers the area his territory.
What's Renegon and Paragade?
I hate you.
What's Bookie's comment there?
Yeah, never mind. He's referring to the Renegade and Paragon duality in the Mass Effect games, but since those didn't directly oppose each other, and particularly in Mass Effect 2, it was to your benefit to get as many points as possible on both because it opened the most options in different situations. So the morality system that they tried to construct completely fell apart because it was to your benefit to be as bad or as good as the situation called for.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't I exactly like that? Isn't that exactly how all military...
At least she's picking it up quickly.
Yeah. Also, I apologize, Loon. I thought you were just messing with me. I didn't realize you actually didn't know what he was talking about.
When I looked up and then I saw something about morality, it was kind of coming together.
Yeah.
When he says Renegon, no, I'm like thinking Energon, Transformers? What's going on here?
Here's the plan. We fire all of our injured at the enemy.
Here's our plan. Use Imca.
It worked in the movie Zoo, though. Oh, excuse me. It will definitely succeed. Yeah, sure, whatever.
Ellipses.
Yeah.
What is Kurt angling at here?
He's
obviously
helping her figure out how to not be a lame ass commander who gets blames everybody else. He's forcing her to take responsibility as a commander would. And plus, they're both Glanceel graduates.
Yeah, and she won't learn her lesson unless she actually fails here, though.
Or succeeds on her own merits.
No, she succeeds.
No,
she's in
charge. She's in charge now.
If she succeeds on her own merits, that confirms the brain malfunction she was displaying just 5 minutes ago.
No, there's a different plan going on here. She knows the area, and she's ready to take command and be in charge of the regular army who were escorting because you weren't paying attention again.
I was paying attention, and never mind. You're not listening. I paid attention. You're the one who's not listening.
It makes sense. You just weren't paying attention. I'm completely right here.
No, if she succeeds here on her merits, it confirms the brain malfunction she had at the beginning of her chapter, where she cannot fail. She can only be failed.
I'm waiting for the chat to, chime in and at least one person have the ball.
Tell him he's wrong. No, it's okay. The thing is that,
I know
by
that
transferring the command to her, everybody has just turned to her and said, "Okay, we're all in your care."
Use Kurt on this,
They've heaped responsibility onto her additionally, and she's coming to understand. If it was just done without any of those reinforcements, yes, she could come up with that. However, there are a whole bunch of other mitigating factors in play that help her come to this. it's part of a learning process. She's watched what the regular army do, which was make an identical proposal to her. She's been told she actually took the time to figure that out for starters. She even checked with Kurt to make sure, yeah, that's exactly what happened. And so she's like, shit, well, I've got to obviously, you know, I've just done what the regular army's done. That's what Alphonse was talking about, you know, and I can see how I'm being failed by the commanders, not by, you know, anything. So she said, no, look, Kurt, I've had this really good idea, please. You think I'm stupid? Like, we can't do this? And he's like, look, you lead the charge. And
you think it's such a good idea? You do it, right? Yeah, I got that part.
Yeah. So it's not
What's
just
up,
like
Sniper?
a spontaneous thing. It's a build up of everything.
This sniper facing the wrong way is pretty much every sniper in every first-person shooter that I've ever played.
Every team-based one.
Yeah, I mean every Battlefield game, every.
Man, you have no idea how right you are about that. But then you did play it. They always try to find these areas like all the way out, far separated from the team or any objectives, and they think they're just gonna do to be supportive out there. What a bunch of assholes. That's all I have to say about that.
And that's why people love getting into vehicles, finding them and running them over.
I always appreciated just throwing grenades at their feet and watching them scramble. I'm sorry, at their face, because they'd always be on their fucking stomach if they possibly could be.
I used to always like playing a medic.
Yeah, medic.
I like when people cheated in Battlefield 3 and they like kill people with med kits somehow. So it shows up with medic kit or ammo box. So it's like, make you kill me? Oh, that's great.
I've seen some pretty great series of briefing videos involving that. People are absolutely just losing their shit.
I like there was a guy called Panamon who would stream snipe people, and there was like this fat guy who was face camming really hard, and he would name himself like Black Cocks Down or Weight Watchers 1 or Buffet Police. Buffet Police was my favorite. I love that one so much. That was such a fucking perfect name.
The best one for that was actually in Call of Duty 1 United Offensive. In that game, later on in the match, you could get a set of binoculars, and if you killed somebody in melee with like any weapon or whatever, it would just like the silhouette for the weapon would just be like a fist, right? But if you killed somebody specifically with the melee from the binoculars, it would instead pop up a. So if you found like some rifleman that wasn't paying attention, you could just walk right up to him and beat him to death with your binoculars, and it literally tells the guy that he was owned.
Ooh. Yeah, that's about what you deserve for fucking up that badly.
Oh, it was so beautiful. It never failed to make somebody completely melt down. Like, I'm not owned! I'm not owned! I continue to insist as I turn into a corn cob. Anyway, to answer the earlier question, Bloodraven, I mean, are you talking about Dishonored 1? Because, generally speaking, I would, for like 45 minutes of footage, I would route for between 2 and 3 hours, but I'm not like mapping out guard routes when I'm doing that. When I'm doing that sort of practicing, I usually try to figure out where people are going to be at specific moments in time, since, you know, it doesn't really matter the extent of where they move, it matters where they're going to be when I'm
Wow, that guy has some good accuracy, I'm just gonna say that.
Excuse me. It matters where they're going to be when I'm running through like a mouse on cocaine. Also, yeah, that guy has all the accuracy of Elmer Fudd. I saw that. It was pretty awesome.
I'm just rushing through this one because it's the same exact map as the last one, so...
I mean, we've been getting a fair bit of that in these...
Well, it's literally the same set of areas and layout like where I started, so... That's what
I'm well aware of that.
Real fires, because that dude. Lancer... Oh, Lancer didn't even do anything. What a chump. Maybe he has a mortar. That shows you how much of a chump he is. Imca still no-selling it. I like how this guy didn't even bother to stop in the camp. What a dork.
I mean, she can no-sell as much as she wants because she's basically as awesome as John Cena, so... There's precedent, is what I'm saying.
Sweet.
Their time is up. Her time is now.
Fuck, these guys have so much HP.
Goddamn fatty, fats.
Okay, that area is clear. This area is clear. All right, Imca, get back to work. Bonk.
Get back to work, you lazy dachshund!
You know, that's all on you. I'm just saying. Oh, hey, asshole in the grass. Why am I not fucking surprised?
Might say he's a grasshole.
Thank you.
What? I didn't even hear it. You said, like I said,
you might say he's a grasshole.
Oh, okay.
I liked it. It was good.
Boom.
You're just gonna open fire because you can.
Well, it lets me move farther.
Yeah.
Shit.
Man, for
I
a minute
don't
there,
have
thought
Kurt,
that
so I can't figure out.
Had survived that.
Oh no, he is nothing but ash right now. So.
Ash. Wait.
Catch him.
Oh, God. I actually had a conversation that ended up referencing that asshole, just like yesterday, because people were arguing with me about how it's pointless to play chess, because all it is people trying to figure out, you know, slightly better things to. Wow, good one, dude. Just step right on that mine.
Oh wait, I think I know who he is. It's gotta be here then.
It was people to figure out slightly better ways to do the same formation, and I had to explain that computers have basically solved chess. And I was like, this is no longer an Ash Ketchum game.
God
Nobody
damn it.
is playing to be the very best there ever was, because a computer is always the best. Everybody else is just playing to be the best that personal thing.
Why? Where? How?
Use your recon order.
Yeah, he doesn't have it because Margit's in charge, not Kurt.
Oh wow, you're fucked.
I thought about that earlier, and then I was just like, oh right, it's the entire plot point where the worst commander is in charge because.
Oh, what in the shit? Eat dirt, fucker. Do you understand my power now? Yes, I agree.
Wow, just run right over that dude.
Good game design. He could have taken that camp twice because it was completely undefended by anybody for miles. No, I'm just gonna sit in the grass and be there.
She's like, walk it off to comprehend that she won. He says with the smuggest grin, I'm sorry to make that I made you angry before. I totally didn't mean to do it. I did.
It's great how he just very subtly helps people solve their problems.
Seriously, he needs his own spin-off series. There's an anime. Watch.
It's fucking just the adventures of a fat detective going around like making people like realize how they're fucked up.
Yeah, just like we should call it the psychology detective. Or something like that. Something of that nature. That's a really crappy name.
Well, his title, he calls himself the Galleon Falcon. There you go, that's the title.
I don't think that's a very descriptive title for like what the content would be, though. I mean, that's a great nickname for him in the.
That's a great fucking bird, though. Man, how cool you are! I'll never be interested in you.
いいえ、あのままだったら私は変われませんでした。感謝は戦ってくれた隊員たちにすると。はい、私。
The Alfonso affairs. It's Alphonse. It's not Alfonso.
Alphonse affairs. The Alphonse affairs is actually a really good one. I like the alliteration there. That's a good one, Buckbeat. Also, I think he's done yelling at foxes. Hang on.
Damn, Amy's really small. There we go. No more panicky. Good. Everything's better now.
Wait, did I just see that panicky got replaced?
Yes, that's why we needed to do that.
That's a pretty good reward, actually.
Yeah, she had no courage under fire. Now she does.
That's
She
real.
did
Made it happen.
Whoa! Hold on. I need to. No, hold on.
What are you worried about?
I need to check something. I know who I want to have played next. Let's see this. I think it might be this one. Let's see.
But we're gonna do them all eventually, so. Oh no.
Hey, here we go. I know you guys are gonna like this one.
Alright, because this is the last one I've got for tonight.
No, it's not. Just 2 more.
Dude, it's already 11:30. I need to get to fucking bed.
Damn it.
Or at least
Here
I
we
need
go.
to
Positive force and negative force. Malnutrition.
explosions and malnutrition.
No.
What? What the hell are you talking about? Anaconda.
We're for forests! We're going to a forest! I fucking love forests!
Vegetables.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this a vegetables thing?
Oh, she goes. She's all about
you're
testing her
so
skills. That was, yeah, unfortunately his entire sentence got mangled by that, but...
VC2 music here.
A chance is a chance. What are you even talking about? You
I have
fucking
no
retard?
idea. She gets less
You goddamn devil strength moron child.
What were you saying,
Yeah.
cool guy?
She gets less coherent the further away we get from her chapter.
Who, Annika?
Yes.
I disagree. And guess who's on the scene?
I'm guessing the positive force and the negative force are currently having a conversation.
I'm guessing so, yes.
Well, I mean, you could. I think conversation's a very loose word here.
I'm going to assume this is going to be an instance of bother.
Possibly with the poking in the shoulder and neck that typically go.
She's gonna be dangling around like on Irma's Imca's back the whole time, just going, now can we do it? Now can we fight? She's like, I'm not interested.
It's
I'm
just
hungry. Please stop.
So, cool guy, you weren't here, but we were talking about how there's like no anime Australian guy. So, what do you think? I feel like Anime World War II would have benefited rather than Shin. We'd have a Bogan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, an Anzac in total would have been a lot better of an idea than Shin. Yes, because an Anzac that just has so much awesome like crap from that war to pull from. He can just be like, yeah, so I mean, there was this one time that I was up against a tank, but I didn't have a lance, so, you know, I just kind of went up with my pliers and started disassembling it right there in the field, and then they panicked inside, so I threw a grenade in there, and that was more or less the end of it.
There are also instances of like tank crews with their tanks disabled. Like, this is like someone I know has a neighbor who was a tank commander in like the African campaign, and he said they basically pulled the tank apart with fire so that it couldn't move anymore, threw a rock at the top hatch of the tank and yelled out, "The next one's a grenade." So the tank crew surrendered, and then of course discovered that the Australians had no grenades.
See, you know, that would be so much better than anything Shin has brought to the table. Just that one story.
Oh dear, and like
So
something
good.
happened, and he ended up like the dude ended up managing to get away from the Australians, but he was like, it wasn't too bad to get captured by them, so it's all right.
I mean,
Didn't mind so much.
Yeah, compared to a lot of the other ones. I mean, what was the figure that I saw at the National World War II Museum recently. It was something like, particularly on the Eastern Front, 58% of Russian POWs in German care died under their care. It was fucking bad.
Yeah, it's funny, like, they didn't want to surrender to the British, but when they found out they were actually surrendering to Australians, they're like, okay.
That's alright.
It's alright then. Dear.
I really appreciate how well they're sticking to Imca's entire thing of just being really abrupt and ending every single sentence in "nigh." She basically never says an affirmative sentence. She always says it in a negative sense.
What?
I'm just laughing at just Imca just grabbing and just like, don't move or I'll kill you.
No. Is she doing the takeaway sale? Is she seriously pulling the takeaway sale on Imca? Yeah, she is. She is totally pulling the takeaway sale on Imca. I wonder if that's gonna work.
Yeah, the stream's kind of chugging on and off for me, so I'm probably
you got delayed. I'll tell you when to, like, after you read the next cutscene, then just unpause, pause and unpause and refresh.
Oh, sorry, I'm just refreshing it now. It doesn't matter.
Well, you skip over everything then. Ooh.
Yeah, well, I'll do it.
No.
She's just sharing vegetables.
Can't eat that raw. Well, I'm going to do it anyway.
She's gonna, yeah, it's like, this is a competition you can't refuse, because, yeah.
Frickin' Annika. I'll definitely beat you. You're so annoying.
So let's go over the titles of the cutscenes. I'll let you read them. And there you go.
Base camp, no need.
No need.
No interests.
Kanaza Leo, which is really lion. That's the nickname convention that this guy has. Is like he's Kanazar the lion. But they forgot the R in the translation, so yeah.
Oops.
Like, better not be any goddamn miss, okay?
And are they actually going to keep track of this during the mission and it affects the outcome or something?
No. Thank God, no.
Okay.
Thank God.
No, because then Imca would win.
I was gonna say, because...
I probably still will win, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, I was not expecting them to force both Annika and Imca to deploy.
Hold on. You know, when in Robokai's case, no matter who wins, we all lose, so...
Well... It's all meaningless. That's some good nihilism right there. That is some tasty nihilism.
The big extendo arm.
That constructor arm doesn't work, like, every single time.
I would do something about that guy. Oh, that was close. That guy kind of got shot in the neck a lot. That can't be pleasant.
So what we're going to take away from this battle is mostly that Gusark wins.
Yeah, he just drives into the forest and rides over everybody.
And then uses a flamethrower to burn the forest down. And then Giselle gets a little bit aroused and doesn't quite know why.
She's on, like, everybody's on the mission technically.
It's like, friends.
This is not a good position for anyone to be in right now.
The back of a Volkswagen.
Kugelwagen. That's actually another great World War II story that that I've always appreciated, is that the model of Volkswagen that the German army was using during much of the war for just like their general car was so sealed God damn, dude. Seriously, chill out. You're gonna blow a blood vessel one of these times. Anyway, there were at one point the Germans wanted to see if it would work, so they just slapped a propeller onto the back near the tailpipe and hooked it up to the engine. And yes, it basically was submersible. As long as there were no like waves or anything, you could just drive it directly into a lake. And they called it the Schwimmenwagen, which is the cutest name ever.
Fuck you, dude.
The ace just dropping, whatever.
Some skullduggery.
Everything about this is good.
Jerk a lesson.
Oh, hey, I forgot. I better do this while I have a chance.
Do what now?
Before I use up all my points.
Oh yeah, that would be a good thing to do.
Unleash the beast.
At my signal, unleash hell.
3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Approved. I sign off on this order.
See, this is why Imca's always going to win a kill count, simply because, you know, she can kill 6 people at once and you are stuck at 1. Maybe 2 if you're lucky.
If it works, it works.
Oh dear.
Incidentally, that sort of thing where you just had Imca right before you did that slash attack, that's what I was talking about earlier. It's like the taunt thing over there, and it's just I don't know what that's
That dude does not have his priorities in the right place. How many turns do I have? 5? Okay.
I mean, which dude? I don't think any of them.
That sniper?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't think anybody's got their heads on straight around here.
Big weapons are cool.
The bigger the weapon, the closer to God. Just ask Cloud.
Goddamn ranging. Waiting for Vegemaniac trigger, but it's not doing it ever.
Bloodraven, you are thinking of the Messerschmitt jet fighter, and they didn't produce them.
Vegemaniac is so damn rare. It's crazy.
They didn't produce them because they required very specific tooling and some very advanced production facilities that at the end of the war that the Messerschmitts were actually ready to fly. That were completely taken up, making much more basic war material like the MP40 and the MP44. The primary drawback to the MP40 was that it required high-quality machined steel, whereas things like the PPSH, the Thompson submachine gun, and especially the Sten submachine gun could be made in much more simple environments. Like a Sten was specifically engineered to be able to be made in somebody's garage.
It's just a pipe with a trigger.
Yeah, it's a pipe with a trigger and a basically mass-produced firing pin. That at one point Churchill was just like, yeah, you need to just sell those at every corner hardware store.
Gives the power to resist.
Yeah, because as a background, that was the point when England was in the middle of the London Blitz, and they felt absolutely positively certain that they were going to get invaded by Germany, and it was going to be a complete bloodbath. So yeah. Also, damn Cedric, that was overkill.
Just keep shooting him while he's on the ground. He's got this ridiculously giant gun. He might as well use it.
And also and also more bullets than God himself has.
The 60 bullets in that clip. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Book Thief, I'm pretty sure they were always hate baiting.
Yeah, it's just more obvious now.
Yeah, at the absolute least, Cedric always knew that they were hate baiting. Because Ada showed up and he was like, "This is the best goddamn day of my life."
It's just, can you imagine it? It's like the entire time you're dealing with the. Oh
hey,
damn! You only clipped him with like 1 or 2 of those bullets, and he still did so much damage.
Yeah. They're a terrible class. But they're required on 1 or 2
Sign the new order on the YouTube channel. Well, I wouldn't. I mean, I enjoyed the game, but I just don't really see it as a game I'll buy on the Let's Play.
I've never played it, so I can't judge. But if Robokai says that he's not interested, then I'm probably not interested either. I have to really enjoy a game to override Robokai on this one, on that sort of thing. Because usually, if I do that, that means I'm playing the entire thing.
There was a shot right there. Actually, that was kind of cute.
What? Whoa! That dude just photobombed your open fire.
Hey lady!
Oh.
That's pretty good. You got the holy shit! You just blew everyone up. That's crazy.
What are you doing,
Leave that. Oh shit! They probably should have put my head out of the grass. Oh,
reminds me of those like early XCOM 2 footages where they were showing off like the new cinematic firing angles or whatever, and they had one guy in the squad that, through some sort of bug, kept poking his head out while everybody else was firing, and even like the developers were just losing it on stream because this guy kept photobombing everything. He's like,
so I guess we know who won that engagement.
Annika hasn't come back yet. Ayla has the worst one-track mind ever.
Julia's is like, what are you thinking? No.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to know what's going on in that twisted mind
I
of her.
do.
Well, I tell you what, you go figure that out for me and report back.
Well, I already know, so.
Huh.
And he's just like, yeah, hold on a second. Smokes off giant flume of explosions in the distance.
Kurt's just like, she'll be fine, leave it alone. And he's right.
Yeah.
Remember when Alicia was just like, I killed that guy. That's exactly what we're getting right here.
Ah!
Probably only got 9, whatever. I didn't think too hard about this. Who cares? Oh, is that a tank? So it's come to this. We'll have to use a tank to kill a single person.
I've been surrounded by a tank.
Turn on the audio.
So they actually use open fire in a cutscene. That owns.
This is what, and then she just blows everybody up.
Yeah, that's one way to get it done.
I do appreciate that they remembered it enough to use it in a way that made sense in a cutscene. That was really nice.
I wasn't saving you, I was destroying the tank.
I mean, they kind of...
Oh wow, I think I actually correctly guessed the number of soldiers she killed. That...
it doesn't guess how many people you killed. It's always the same.
No, I know, but Annika guesses. She's probably only killed 9 people. I'm like, what are you even fucking basing that on? Probably. And then it turned out, no, she was absolutely 100% correct. She did. Imca only killed 9 people and then destroyed the tank. So it's just like, I don't. Okay.
This question from Annika reminds me of a similar question from the cyborg to Saitama in One Punch Man. And Imca is going to give her pretty much the same answer that Saitama gave, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Not hers is a much well, I couldn't say simpler because, you know, it's not a simple exercising process. She's just gotta someone she gotta violently kill.
Yeah, she's gotta murder the shit out of somebody. Okay, so that's substantially different from Saitama's answer then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know who she wants to murder the shit out of too.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Yep.